Okay, so we have arrived at our destination. And now we have to go talk to people, I guess. Right, said Fred, welcome back. Happy Monday. Okay, so where should we go? So there's a little town in there, I'm sure. There's our guard. Let's walk around here a little bit first. Oh, we didn't do our buffs. Never mind. Let's do that first. We did not rest. They didn't automatically rest us. That's okay. Let's find out. Guess we're going to the town first then. That changes things around a little. Not a big deal. Hi, guard.
Hello.
Ah, another outsider, and I see you come with the caravan. It is good to see you. We don't get many visitors, and now 2 in one day. 2? Who else is here? Oh, this morning, just at sunrise, a half-dead man came crawling in here looking for a healer. I took him to the main temple so they could tend to his wounds. I haven't seen him since, but no one said he died either, so I guess that is where you will find him, if you're interested. Do you know anything about this injured man? I think he's one of the wizards that digs around amongst the ruins in the Valley of Winds, or Garrick something. Would it be Garrick Halisar? That's the one. He's the head of the fellows out there. What do they call themselves? Archaeologists? Anyway, something bad must have happened. Are there many of these wizards? Do you know what these wizards are looking for? I imagine they're looking for relics. Couldn't really say more than that, though. The wizard you mentioned. Are there many of these wizards? I think there's about a dozen of them. They come here to buy supplies from Sorcerer every once in a while, but that's all we see of them, to be honest. Who is Masharak? Oh, he's a trader from one of the desert tribes, runs the market here. He's a hobgoblin, so don't get too surprised when you see him or anything. He's not so bad. What is this Valley of the Winds? Well, if you go into the encampment, you'll see some carvings on the cliff face north of the temple. They were here when the Aowas first got here, I'm told. Anyhow, there's a doorway by the waterfall that leads into a tunnel that goes right through the mountain. After that, you're in the Valley of the Winds. I think that's where what's the Bedine called the place? It's supposed to be full of ruins and the like. That's what attracted the wizards here in the first place. Dun, dun, dun. That's something else. Tell me about this place. Why are you out here in the desert? Tell me about this god, Ao. What do you know about the wine made here? Oh, you've heard about that, have you? I'm not surprised. Aowas keep their special wine solely for sacred rituals, but word seems to have leaked out about it anyway. If you're thinking of getting some, you can forget it. The minister is pretty strict about that, and I really doubt Jasmina would go against his orders. Who is this Jasmina? She's a Bedine. You'll find her next to the berry field. Jasmina is the one who makes the wine for the minister. She's an Aoist, however. Why she agrees to grow the berries and make the wine when there's no money in it for her is beyond me. This is really as good as I say. Oh yes. I managed to swipe a tumbler off the temple's wine table several months ago. It was like a taste of heaven. I can't even describe it. What was it made out of? Some kind of berry that Jasmina grows, right out of the sand, if you can believe it. I don't know what they're called, though. Nothing would change the minister's mind. Nothing that I know of. Why don't you ask him? Something else. Tell me about the god Ao. There's little to tell. I'm not really much of a believer, I'm afraid. It seems like even if this Ao does exist, he couldn't care less about anyone worshipping him. So his followers gather and contemplate the nature of apathy and so forth. Lots of debate, peaceful contemplation, that sort of thing. At least they're quiet. Things are quiet. I should go. Right, if you want to see the injured man, you go right to the temple. He should be in the temple. Good luck to you. Did that on purpose. So this guy run the trade area then. It's the hobgoblin? No, he is the hobgoblin. Looks more like an orc to me. Welcome to Musharak's fine desert emporium. I'm Musharak, sole proprietor and scrounger of the only mid-Auroch mercantile business. How might I serve you today, good lord? Would you care to see Musharak's generous supply of goods at low, low prices? I need to purchase a bottle of wine for a friend. For a friend? Of course, of course. Cannot have it be known that a hero like yourself was drinking alcohol. Do not worry, should anyone ask. I will swear up and down that it was your friend. Unfortunately, you are asking the wrong person. The minister of the AOS is the one who controls the wine, while just Mina makes it. High ones often look like brown orcs. It still looks like an orc. I would surely love the honor of selling the AOS wine, but I have been unsuccessful in arranging a deal with either of them. Who's Jasmine? I just moved a bit. Well, she says, but she is devoutly loyal to the minister, though not an AOist. Her pathetic, subservient view of life has led her to make a special wine that the AOists treat as almost holy. Can you believe she does not even charge them for the wine? She is the one of those pathetic druids who stumbled around trying to save every end, with no real understanding of what is truly important. Gold. She and the fool of a minister belong together. Is there something between the two of them? Oh, haha, certainly not. He is an old man while she is a young woman. I simply meant that they have much in common, with unusual ways of looking at the world. Tell me about the minister. We have lived in the same encampment for a few years now, and he still refuses to tell me his name. It has become something of a game now. I will throw his probing question at him and see how well he can deflect it. But that should tell you something of his personality. He is obsessed with his religion, and I will not tolerate talk of such things. Duvakri is offended by such utterings. Who is this Duvakri that you speak of? He shows you a small idol. Duvakri is the hobgoblin god of trickery. I keep my idol and offer it small gifts to help protect me from being fooled as I fool others. Something else. Let's see your stuff. Every item is wonderfully crafted and will never break, bruise, spoil, or run out of charges unless it is designed to do so. Okay, Rink. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Have fun playing the first campaign, I guess. Some more gargoyle boots? What are gargoyle boots? Armor bonus +2. Dodge modifier. Improved saving throws 42-3. Use stone skin. 5 charges per use. How many charges does it have? That's 7. To make your brain work, you'd want to try. You'll figure it out. See ya. Oh, those boots are only 32,000. Armor 2. Boots of the Shifting Sands. Score penalty -1. Dexterity, but yet haste. Use earthquake 1 use per day. How expensive are these? 97,000. So we won't be buying those anytime soon. Inertial barrier. +1 to AC. Damage resistance bludgeoning 5. Slashing resistance 5. Piercing 25%. And damage vulnerability. Oh, sorry. Piercing 25% damage. Oh, you're more vulnerable with piercing. Ouch. Maybe not. The old order. +1 soak 5 damage. Only usable by monks, so not us. Greater Adventurer's Robe. Now only usable by Sorcerer and Wizard. So +2 soak 10 damage. I don't know what that means. Former Wild Magician, +2, whatever. How much is this thing anyway? 25,000. Mages have always struggled with the limitations placed on them by the ability to cast arcane magic. Thus, robes give the mage an edge in surviving encounters with melee fighters by being able to absorb some of the damage from hits. +2 soak, 10 damage. I don't know what that sentence means. I'm guessing it soaks up 10 damage, but I don't know what the plus 2 part is. But Gimpy could use some actual robes to protect him. And they're only 25,000. Only. Cloak protection 2. Skin of the Manicore. This one AC. This is proof seconds of the only usable by druids and rangers. Manicore use Manicore spikes 4 uses per day. Cloak of movement. Freedom of movement, so that's what that does. Gimpy could really use this. Sure, we have the money. Don't need the robes. Very stylish with the helmet. What kind of weapons do you have? Anything good that the dwarf actually might want to use? The answer is no. Death Shroud Axe. +1. 1d8 extra damage on hit fear for 3 rounds. The dwarf could use it, but it's kind of hurting her defense. No other magical weapons. That's it, huh? The Night Thief's Nimble Blade. Bonus 2 to ambient dexterity, damage penalty -1, skill bonus, tumble +2. Yeah. Can't remember what I'm playing in. Just a second. Stuff. Sir Amulet of the Master. Get those skills. Lore, Unlock, Persuade, Search, stuff. How expensive is that? 9 grand. I'm down to 75. Looks like we're not going to be buying much of anything here. Now, the Nomad Ring. Ooh, Sorcerer stuff. 24,000. Shit. More spell slots. Well, it costs us 24,000. And that stuff. Anyway, camera. I'm using the driving camera. Gimpy's got his new robes on. Down to 7,500 gold. Bunch of worshippers. What's a leopard doing over there? Worshippers are quartered in these small tents. They contain nothing else of interest. Well, that's wrong. Oh, I'm guessing this is the temple up here. Who are you guys? So, Garrick, you look almost dead. Why are we looking for him again? I forget. You remember talking to him.
Hello.
Do I know you? I'm sorry. Sometimes I get these stabbing pains in my side. The High Priest was able to patch my wounds, but they have no actual healing skills. Cough. That's good. Oops.
You need to get up and step away from the computer. That was really bad.
No, it wasn't. The pain's getting worse. I hate to ask, but is there anything you can have or can do to help me? Who are you? I'm Garrick. Dark blue stuff. I don't know who decided to do this. Can't see that. Cough, cough, cough. I am an archaeologist. Alright, please help me. Here, try this healing kit. Hey, look. 1 point towards good. It feels a little bit better. Thank you so much. Now, I am Garrick. Who are you? I'm Gimpy. My teacher Drogon sent me to find you. I am very pleased that you were able to find me then, Gimpy. I am unsure of what help I can be to you, but I owe you. So anything you need is absolutely free. I need you to tell me about this crystal. A mythaler? Where did you get that? No, this is not important right now. You can tell me about it later. I wonder if your presence in the attack on my excavation might be linked. Yeah, she must have been able to sense the crystal in the general area and thought we had it. That is the only thing that makes sense. Apparently this one has not recovered mentally from his injuries. We might have to let him rest a while longer. Oh, you must think I have lost my mind. I'm sorry. I had better organize my thoughts for a second. Do you mind? No, go ahead. Alright, I think I have bits and fragments of knowledge that I will try to piece together to make this all have some sense to it. What you have is a powerful artifact from the time of the ancient civilization of Netheril. This is what I have been studying out here, ruins of their civilization. I wish I could tell you exactly what the mythaler was used for, but no one is really sure. I do know that when a mythaler was damaged, it could cause great destruction. How do you know this? I have found several ancient writings that describe the mythaler, referring to them in the use of arcane spells and powerful magic items. One told of a mage who walked into an enemy's home and smashed a mythaler on the stone floor, destroying everything within several miles. Apparently they are quite fragile. It is a wonder that the deacon didn't break it and destroy us all. Thank Vergadane for small favors. About a month ago, my researchers uncovered a portal room in the ruins. I believe that this portal was used by the Netheril to teleport between their cities. Go on. I had not activated the portal yet, but I think I was fairly close. Where it would lead, I have no idea, but this morning I got a clue. A strange figure wearing a dark cloak appeared in the portal room just before dawn with an army of demonic creatures. The horrific monsters tore through my friends with a savage haste. One of them grabbed me and nearly tore out my intestines. I was thrown against a pillar and left for dead, but somehow I managed to regain consciousness. Did the cloak figure come through the portal? Did you get to see the cloak figure's face? I think they've seen the cloak figure before, but go on. Did he come through the portal? She, and I do believe it was a she, from her voice, her face was hidden, came from above through a tunnel. She was trying to use the portal, but I do not think she was successful yet. She spoke of going to a place with limitless power, but she was angry. She said she had expected to find a mythaler here and could not afford to have it remain out of her hands. After the demonic horde searched our corpses and I gave the most convincing acting job of my life playing dead, she cursed and said she would wait no longer. She would take her chances. So she went through the portal. She told her army to hunt for a small round crystal that she could feel it was within miles of the ruins. Then she turned her attention to activating the portal. The creatures left, and while her attention was drawn, I crawled quietly away and very slowly made my way back here. I thought it would stop at our home camp, but her army had already killed everyone there. They must have returned to the ruins, though, because I could hear them as I left, fighting something. I found one of our camels, wounded but alive, and rode it here. The beast died just outside of town. What would you suggest I do? I guess I need to go find this mythalic get this away from here. Someone could be used as a weapon. What would you suggest I do? This is what I think. You need to go to this woman and stop her from going through the portal, if she has not already done so. If she has, you must follow her through. There's no telling what is on the other side of that device. I think she expects to find Netheri's artifacts of almost limitless power, untouched after all these ages, and if she does, what then? Think of all that treasure just sitting there, waiting for someone to help themselves to it. She may be seeking this mythaler for her own uses, or perhaps she fears it. With all the power that at her disposal, using the mythaler you possess as a weapon might be the only way to defeat her. Will you come with me? I would be of little use to you there, but I can do something that might help. I have a spell that will take me some time to set up, but if I can get it to work, I can reach Drogon with it. It is possible that he might be able to send help or even to come himself. I know him well enough to say that when it is this important, he will think of something to help. There are a lot of preparations I must make, so unless you have questions, I should get started. to speak with Master Dogen. I guess I should be going. There's an entrance by the waterfall just north of this temple. Go through it and find your way to the Valley of the Winds. The dig site is there. We marked it well, so it should not be too hard to find. Good luck, Impy. When you reach her, hurt her bad. The men and women she killed today, they were good people. Make her feel their pain. But that would be evil, wouldn't it? Okay, so this guy.
I greet you, my child.
Welcome to the humble abode of we few followers of Lord Ao, my lord. Who are you? My name is unimportant, as are all the personal details about my life I once led before I came here. Like the god I follow, I am a strong believer in privacy. Tell me about Ao. There's little, yet so much to tell. I hardly know where to begin. Is there anything specific you would like to know? Who is Ao? That's a good question. Not much is known of Lord Ao, you see. He is called an overpower of the great cosmos. But what does that mean, really? Is he the father of the gods, or just more powerful than they? Some claim that he does not even exist. Indeed, we did not even know of Ao until his appearance on Faerun during the time of troubles. But it is said that Ao is the one who banished the gods from the heavens, and that it is he who has let them back. One who holds such sway over the lives of gods deserves contemplation, no? Why come out here, then? This is a place of relative quiet and remote enough that we are not distracted from our meditations. We meditate on and debate the merits of Lord Ao in the hope that we will prove ourselves one day worthy of his notice. This encampment is also free of persecution for those who lack understanding for our situation. Since some of the followers here worship in unusual ways, it seems better that we be distant from others. There we go. What do you mean? Well, take Rifkin here, for example. He finds mental clarity through pain. He was once a follower of Lovatar, but decided that our church was too evil. He sought balance. It is true, says Rifkin. I can understand much that I never knew, but it only comes into focus when the pain strikes my nerves. Now he scourges himself and meditates on Ao, a practice not accepted many other places. Rifkin is perhaps the most unusual case, but I am sure you can see what I mean. This place is our sanctuary. Why do you worship Ao? You mean, why do I personally? I do not wish to speak of such things. I lost faith in something grand once, and both curiosity and survival instinct led me here. I shall always be grateful to that. What benefit is there to worshipping Ao? If referred to the benefits of divine power, very little. We are granted no spells, no magical powers, nothing. What we do believe is that someday Ao shall hear us and reward our devotion. If he is of no use to you, it is only the greatest folly to worship him. It is like paying a merchant not to sell you his wares. Then, when that day gate comes, we shall have the true benefit of understanding. Through understanding shall come true peace, and that is what we seek. Other gods demand faith, but what do they do besides divide us? Ao is greater than them all, and it is him that we owe our attention. How does one become a follower of Ao? There's a test of wisdom to see if one has the right state of mind. Then you must only follow your own path to seek the great God. There is no dogma to practice here. And I tried this test. If you wish, taking the test does not make one a follower unless that is your wish. Nothing is forced on anyone by Ao. Lighter than air, heavier than the mountains, longer than a river, shorter than a breath, without end, yet always finished. What am I? Lighter than air, heavier than the mountains, longer than a river, shorter than a breath, without end, yet always finished. What am I? Thought? Death? No. Pain. Entropy. Entropy? As I thought. What magnificent insight. I do believe that is the best answer I've ever heard. I don't know if that's the right answer, though. Could it be possible? Could this be the one that we have been waiting for? Yes, it must be him. This is what we have sought. thought, or sought. I suppose it could be. It was a very good answer after all. What are you talking about? You are the avatar, the incarnation of our god. You are Ao. God. What? Wait now. What are you talking about? He is not Ao, says the minister. Now, this has the potential to be a very profitable discovery. Wink. All hail mighty Ao. God. Yes, he is. I can sense his power now, my great lord. Thank you for coming to us. Praise heaven, you have come to us at last. How would you like me to beat myself for your worship, holy Ao? I'm not Ao. Why do you think I am Ao? What do you think, high priest? Yes, you have found me out. I am Ao. Why do you think I am Ao? Your words have wisdom that stretches beyond the mortal plane. We shall dote on everything you teach us, master. You tell us more, great lord. Get away from me. What do you think, high priest? Bring me gifts. Throw a rock at Rifkin to drive him away. You'll just like that. A gift from holy Ao. This is a holy pebble. No, it is a sign that we are to be like rocks, thrown against the hatred of the world, guided by Ao's own hand. What a load of rubbish. I cannot believe you started this. Me? How did I start this? Well, no, not really, but this just isn't the way we are supposed to behave. Ao only knows how we will live this down. Look, everyone just leave me alone. Bring me gifts. I have a gift for you, great lord. Come and speak to me, and you shall have any gift. Me too, holy Ao. Speak to me. I don't know about this. You should speak to me first. Great. Now look what you've done. I need to meditate. Leave me out of this. I went to talk to a minister, and I ended up being a god.
I greet you.
Messiah, speak to me, O holy Ao. Heal the wounds I have caused myself in your name, and I will give you a worthy gift. This should make it all better. My holy power are bound into these bandages. This should make it all better. I can't read the dark blue stuff. Healing book, or healing kit. Thank you so much, holy Ao. I will give you my gift. Here it is, holy Ao. Hey, look, I got an amulet. I pray for the time when you will grant me powers of my own, that I might go out and spread word that you are the supreme being. So, amulet of natural armor 3. That is not a bad amulet. Give that to the dwarf. Next. Actually, you're right here.
Welcome to you.
Oh, sorry, clicked the wrong person. Messiah, speaks to me, O great lord. Show me a wondrous sign, and I will give you a worthy gift. I am not Ao. Give me your gift, or I shall smite you with my holy wrath. Successful. I will give you my gift. Here it is, great lord. Please do not smite me. I live only to serve you. Ring of protection +3. I pray for the time when you will grant the powers of my own, that I might go out and spread word of your domination or dominion. So which ring? Ring of resistance 1 is nice, but this is better. Hello. Ring of protection 3 only got me 2 AC. That means we have something else doing that too. Cloak. There we go. So this is working well. We're getting free stuff that's not horrible. Speaking of, so her amulet is that one. The only +1, so this is +3, so let's get our AC down up to 25 without buffs, right? Keep that ring for a little bit. Yeah, we don't have any buffs on it. Our AC's down up to 25 now, so it should go up to 27, 28 with the mage buff. Mage armor buff. Okay, who's next? Who's got stuff for me?
Hello.
Can I be the true incarnation of Ao, or you would have ignored the other fools and their pleas? Leave me be, that I can search for the divine essence of apathy. Aw, you suck.
Hello.
Thank you for healing the wizard. I tried my best, but ever since I left the surface of Lathander, But I'm sure you're not interested in little me. Ever since you left the surface of Lathander, I'm sure Garrick appreciates your efforts. Left the service. It is just that. Once I was a cleric of Lathander, wounds such as the wizard's were nothing to me. I returned people to life. Always I knew my God was with me. But now there is nothing. I cannot even help this man, and I feel nothing from Ao. I am beginning to wonder if I was wrong in coming here. Crisis of faith, I see. Really, you'd have to wonder why more of these Aoists aren't going through something similar. Is that wrong for me to feel this way? You are not a holy man, my lord, but I would appreciate your advice. If you have such doubts, you are not a true believer in Ao, are you? You did not come here expecting spells from Ao, did you? What drew you here in the first place? ? No, I do not know what I was expecting. Not magic, just I thought Ao was a greater god if he commanded all others, and that one so great observed contemplation. Do you still feel that way? Yes, I do. That's just that it seems so pointless to worship someone who takes no notice of you. There's so much good I could be doing elsewhere with the proper power. I never used to think that power was important, but back then I could heal people and it felt good. I simply feel so useless here. What should I do? I think you've already answered that question for yourself. Maybe magic shouldn't be the answer to everything. Have you thought of that? Well, you obviously don't have faith in Ao like in Ao you once did. And what if this is a test of your faith by Ao? That's up to you. I can't help you there. But maybe magic shouldn't be the answer to everything. Have you thought of that? No, I've never thought about it like that. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps I should forget about magic and focus more on the skill of healing on medicine. Thank you, my lord. You've given me much to think about. I will always be grateful for your wisdom. Look, I maybe really am Ao. So this guy.
I greet you, my child.
Would not persist with this foolishness. What foolishness? You know exactly what bloody foolishness I'm speaking of. If you are Ao, then I am Elminster, and I bloody well would not want to be the old mage. I want to talk to you about this wine of yours. You too. Our wine has become so popular that some days it seems as if we are considered a vineyard and not a temple. What is it you wish exactly? How is your wine made? How could I get a hold of some wine? Hand over a bottle right now. How is your wine made? Jasmina makes our wine. Her grove is on the south side of the encampment. She'll not give you any wine, however, if that's what you're looking for. Tell me about Jasmina. She's a Bedouin and not a believer in Ao. When she was very young, she was bitten by a desert snake. Our men found her dying in the desert and brought her back here. I nursed her back to health myself, though it was a close thing. She has stayed here ever since, her choice, though she says she owes us a debt. At any rate, it is Jasmina who makes our wine for us, part of the rituals we follow. I am certainly glad to have her here, though she always is free to leave. Use wine in your rituals? It's something we've borrowed from Bedouin traditions and made our own. In fact, it's really our only truly Aoist tradition. We value it highly. Can we talk about Garrick? If you wish, the wizard barely was able to crawl into the encampment this morning when his injuries were so severe. We patched him up as best we could, but we have limited resources. I see that you were able to heal him yourself. Thank you. Though he and his other explorers have never held much with our religion, we certainly don't wish them harm. Do you know what happened to him? He did not say while he was wounded. You have healed him, however, have you not? Perhaps Garrick will tell you himself what occurred. I have little doubt that the explorers found something they did not wish to within the Valley of Winds. There are things yet in the desert that frighten even the Bedouin. What could they have found? I could not even begin to guess. When Garrick and his fellows first arrived here in their search for Netherese ruins, I knew it would eventually come to ill. I do not say that out of any simple superstition. Wizards ever search for answers in places where sane men would fear to tread. Aren't you worried about the threat or the danger? If the explorers have unleashed something that destroys them, we can only hope it does not follow Garrick here, for we have little to protect ourselves with. But if it is meant to be, it is meant to be. Naturally, there are dangers out here in the desert. We knew that when we came. Have you seen any other explorers? No, none of them. I sent a couple of our men to the Valley of Winds, but they have not returned. It would be a sad day indeed if such fine scholars have all met their end. I want to know more about the valley. There's a doorway in the cliff face, we know that. Other side, chasms, along with an entrance to the Valley of the Winds. We had no idea of the significance of this place when we settled here, of course. The water was what made it attractive. It was the Bedine who told us about the valley eventually. I've never been there myself. If you wish to know more about it, perhaps you might consider speaking to Jasmina. Okay. Alright. I admit I've never would have thought of a hobgoblin as a traitor, but that really seems to be all Mashark is interested in. Yes, for a hobgoblin he actually seems quite likable. I never thought to hear such words coming out of from my mouth. According to the Bedine, he spent years trading amongst their tribes until he settled here. Now he trades with both the Bedine as well as the caravans that come through here. It was meant that we can no longer trade water. It has meant we can no longer trade water for equipment, of course, but I suppose that is how it was meant to be. Why can you no longer trade water? Well, because Mashark trades it. There's no reason for us to do any trading if that is what he does. Does he give you a part of the profits? No, of course not. He is not an AOist. He uses our encampment out of convenience. I can get rid of him for you. If he uses your water and your camp, you should benefit. I suppose so. I doubt Mashark would agree, however. You speak of him as if you don't like him. He is not an AOist and scoffs openly at our beliefs. If he stays with us, I would at least hope for tolerance, if nothing else. So I put up with him. I cannot contemplate the nature of apathy if I do not practice it, no matter how difficult that might be. But his presence benefits you, right? His presence benefits the caravans and the Bedine. It also allows us a place to buy goods, though we have very little coin to do so, now that we trade no water. We can speak to him, if you wish. He is anything but agreeable when it comes to us, however. Something else. That's all my questions, I think. May the wisdom of Ao keep you safe on your journeys. You are welcome in the house of Ao as all who seek answers. So go us. Look, it's a sturdy table with wine on it, maybe. This table smells strongly of sweet wine, and besides the keg is a bottle of the Ao's potent brew along with many small goblets. Sample some of the wine. The minister looks at you severely until you put down the goblet. Apparently, sampling the wine is not permitted. Swipe the bottle when no one is looking. Success! You quickly swipe the bottle from the table and store it amongst your equipment. Nobody in the temple is the wiser. I am such a good thief that I never meant to be. That wasn't that hard.
I would speak with you a moment.
Uh-oh. Suppose I've got time. Who would have thought that this little crystal would be such a big deal, and that little deacon creature had it for so long? Can't imagine anything more dangerous. From what Garrick said, this thing could kill hundreds. Or just two. There's got to be a way to use this to our benefit. I won't let it fall into the wrong hands. I'm not sure whose hands would handle it. The only use it has right now is killing whoever uses it to destroy Janah's mistress. We have to find out what it exactly is good for. Heck, we've got to find out who we're really supposed to use it against. We barely know who our enemy is. Given the age of the ancient ruin, what else is waiting for us? Is your greed turning to fear? Where's the fun in knowing all the answers? Oh, haha, make a game of it. Look, I don't think I'm being unreasonable. I just want to know that we have a chance of coming out of this alive. Well, we've got a lot of baggage to carry around now. Let's try and get done what needs to be done. Should I go back and turn the wine in before I forget? Yes, let's do that before I forget. Keep be the Sorcerer's thief. Dexterity isn't the best, but apparently paid off. What is my dexterity anyway? 16. See? Not too bad. Is it Darius? Darius is the one who wanted it.
Pleased to see you.
Needs to be that much. Don't suppose you got the mittens on a certain bottle. I have a bottle right here, in fact. No, I don't intend on looking either. Right here. Well, I'll be a wee-skinned kitty, so you do. Give me that. Gulp. So, yep, that's the stuff. Mighty kind of you, seeing as you got me such a nice parting gift and all. Here's something for you. Hope you like it. Another amulet. As for me, I've got some catching up to do. Have fun. He's going to go get drunk. So, this amulet. Amulet of natural armor, too. And this is the makes me immune to disease, level drain, and poison, so this is better just because of that. So now we have 2 of these things we can sell, because the dwarf has a +3. We should sell that. Gotta remember to swap the gloves first. That. Don't need those. Good enough? I still got this Horn of Blasting never use. Okay. I have to go speak to Jasmina still. But what do we need to talk to her about? We already got the bottle of wine. There she is. Oh, she's a ranger. Or, no, she's a druid. She's a druid. Greetings, traveler. You have the look of one who has journeyed a long ways, yet still has far to go. That's not hard to figure out. This place is hardly a destination. I bet you say that to everyone. Not true. Not everyone who comes to this camp is simply passing through. Neither are you, I suspect. You are here for a very specific reason, though I know not what. How do you know anything about me? I saw you arrive with the caravan. The fact that the wizard returned from the Valley of Winds also today hardly seems a coincidence. Tell me about this wizard. So, who are you? My name is Jasmina. This is my grove, simple as it may seem. I tend it with affection regardless, and the wine made from the fruit of these plants is well loved by the worshippers here. So you're a druid. I am. The province of a druid is not solely that of verdant hills and forests. Nature exists here in the desert as well, and its caretaking requires the same caution. What is a Bedine doing here amongst these worshippers? Repaying a debt. When I was a young child, I still lived with my fellow Bedine. I became lost in the desert one day, and the Aowas found me near death. They nursed me back to health, and so I have stayed here to perform this one task for them. They revere the desert wine, so I am glad to make it. So this is where the famous Aowas wine is grown. Yes, it is no great orchard, as I'm sure exists in more fertile lands. Indeed, if I did not coax this gentle life from the sands, it would not even grow here. It is an old tradition amongst the druids of my people. The wine is sacred and used in meditations and rituals. The Aowas have adopted this custom, and I am glad to provide it for them. Is there any way I can get some of this wine? I'm afraid that's impossible. You need to speak to the minister in the temple, but I'm sure he will refuse. Tell me about this Valley of Winds. My people knew about the Valley of Winds long before the worshippers of Ao came here. Our tales say that this is a place of death. Why did they call it the Valley of Winds? Any particular reason? Because it is very windy amongst chasms. Now, don't I feel like the smartest dwarf around? Go on. When the worshippers came, we avoided them at first, certain that they would stir up the old evils that exist here. They are not explorers, however. They were content simply to live. So we accepted the Aoist. Our tales eventually reached the ears of wizards in the far lands, however. They came here to explore and dig. Perhaps already they have found something they did not wish to. Why do you say that? One of them returned here from the valley, alone and wounded. Others have been sent to the valley to see what has happened, but they have not returned at all. That leads me to believe that something has happened at the wizard's site. though I can only pray that it does not endanger others here. How can I know how that one? This is what I'm doing here amongst these worshippers. So this is where the famous Awas went. To reach the valley, blah, blah, blah. Passage to the north. If you seek the site specifically where the wizards are digging, however, you will need to speak to the wounded man at the temple. I'll do that. And that's it. As you will. May peace walk with you, traveler. So what's the point of talking to her exactly? Other than, looks like fluff. What about the kitty? Leopard regards you with mild curiosity and does not shy away from you. After a moment, it pretends you don't exist. Come on, I don't get a leopard. I only get a creepy little panther named Scout. It's always following me around looking for food. What are you guys doing back here? And the entrance is through the waterfall, right? That's what they said. So I'm guessing we can't really go anywhere else. Looks like we're up on a little mesa of some kind. I'll go check anyway, though. Let's to the desert. Do we want to go to the desert? Sounds safe. Go check anyway, because we're here. Continuing on the road would lead you back into the desert, and you won't know where to go. Bite me. And I have the Staff of Power and the Desert Fury. So Staff of Power, how many charges does that have left? 43. So Fireball, Magic Missile, and Ray Enfeeblement. The other two we care about. And this one's got charges every day. Fire arrow thing. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to rest here, get our spells back, stuff, identifying the crystal still in the Valley of Winds. So how close to leveling up are we? A little over 2,000, just 2,070 experience away from level 9. Okay, so we'll camp, and we're going to call it a day because it's about that time. Veronica, should you tell me to take a break, or tell me the stream is over here in about another minute or two? So this is lasting longer than I thought it would. I thought we were almost done with this campaign a stream or two ago. I thought we were getting close to the end, and now I've realized we're not close to the end yet. We still have quite a bit to do, because I believe we're only on chapter 2. That's the interlude, the auto save, and that was 90 minutes ago, right? So we're still technically in the interlude. And it's supposed to be a chapter 2, so apparently we're not there yet. That's okay. I'm not in a rush. I thought this was going to be shorter than it was, and I'm not disappointed because I haven't played this before. I played the original campaign 20 plus years ago when the game first came out, and then I just finished it again earlier this week. Was it late? Yeah, we finished it not too long ago. Last week, I think it was. So we moved on to the next one, which is this. And then after we finish this one, we move on to the next official campaign. And after that, who knows? There's so much more to do here. But anyway, having said that, yeah, we're going to stop here for today. And if you're here specifically for Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition, we're playing this on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Although tomorrow, I'm debating what I'm supposed to be doing because Saturday I had to stopped the stream short after about 90 minutes, 2 hours or something like that, while I was playing X4. So I haven't decided yet. I'll decide sometime tomorrow morning whether I'm going to be playing this again tomorrow or try to do some catch-up work on X4 with the Star Wars Interworlds mod. Again, still up in the air there. But having said that, first of all, thank you all very much for coming out. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm enjoying this storyline. Like I said, it's all new to me, so I'm enjoying it, and it's not too bad. It's entertaining enough. There's some good one-liners out there. So, anyway, stream schedule. Like I said, tomorrow could be back here to Neverwinter Nights. Could be X4 with the Star Wars Interworlds mod. Wednesday is Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord with the what's the name of it? Add the one with the boat. It's DLC that adds boats to it, which I'm really enjoying there. So we're playing that again on Wednesday. Thursday, unfortunately, is well, not unfortunately, but Thursday is Christmas Day, and there's no stream on Thursday this week. So take the day off. You don't have to watch me for a day. Friday, we're back with Celeste multiplayer with Jeff Hobo and Hurricane. Saturday, X4 with the Star Wars Interworlds mod. Then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, back here to Neverwinter Nights. So that's that. Also, next week for New Year's Eve, which is Wednesday, we'll be doing the year in review stuff. Basically just talking about stuff that happened here on Twitch, over on YouTube as well. And then we'll go through my Steam wish list and start doing some pruning again. We did that last year. It was a lot of fun cleaning games out. And need to do it again this year because I'm still up at 260 games on my wish list, which need to be cleaned out a little bit. And then as we're doing that, we'll be taking a look at games coming up in the future,
Gimpy,
not too far away.
You have streamed long enough.
Let her do her thing real quick.
It is time to call it a day and get some rest. Be sure to tell everyone to have a great day or evening, and we will see them again tomorrow. Also, make sure to remind them to hit the follow button and visit your YouTube channel.
Okay, there we go. So, again, year in review stream next Wednesday, December 31st, and, basically that kind of stuff. And then New Year's Day is a normal stream, typical Thursday there. Okay, that's it. So, once again, thank you all very much for watching. That's it. Tomorrow's stream starts at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT, for either more Neverwinter Nights or more X4, depending on what you feel like in the morning. So, thanks for watching. Have a great evening, great day, wherever you happen to be. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.